Okay, this is cybersecurity. Outhack the hackers. I'm Kurt Twining. A little bit of background about me. I teach at Evergreen Junior High School. I teach creative coding. I teach digital literacy. I do some CCA, some exploring technology, and a little bit of journalism. So lots of different areas of the CTE that get covered in my classroom. And I am so excited for this unit. I just got done spending a week at BYU doing a cybersecurity training, and it was amazing. It was astounding. And real world applications of this particular unit are very, very relevant. We see almost every day in the news companies that have to pay ransomware because their systems have been compromised. We see lots of phishing emails that are constantly sent to our email inboxes, trying to with these hackers trying to get our personal information. And this is a real worry, and especially for our students, it's only going to get worse and worse. And the internet, when it was designed, was not designed to trade information the way that we do. And a lot of systems that companies use are not secure at all. And many of the practices that most of us have online are not really effective either. And so this is a really good unit for not only our students to go through, but for us to go through kind of as well. So what you're seeing in front of you here, this is a presentation that I developed. I actually partially stole it from several different sources. So the professor at BYU who was teaching the cybersecurity training had this PowerPoint. I added some videos to it. I modified some of his slides, and I also incorporated this with the Outhack the Hackers lesson plan that Mike Wood put together for the CCA PBL initiative that Utah State kind of put together. And so the lesson plan is still hosted there, and you'll see lots of resources as you go through. I've made it into a Canvas course for you guys to kind of check out. So students, when they do this, they will be able to learn good practices online. They will be able to learn what they can do to try to protect themselves and protect their information from being compromised, and that they can be safe. What the students are going to do, this is a Studio C video I found that I put in this presentation. And then we have a discussion here about what cybersecurity is, and you can go through this PowerPoint later on. I'm just going to zip through kind of to the end and hit some main points along the way. But this is really the big thing here is what exactly is cybersecurity? It's the art of protecting networks, devices, and data from unauthorized access or criminal use, and the practice of ensuring confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. This definition comes from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the CISA, which is a division of the Department of Homeland Security. So lots of fancy acronyms there to make sure that you know this is a legitimate definition here. So this part of the PowerPoint kind of goes through some of the skills that are used in the cybersecurity field. So you've got problem solving, technical aptitude, soft skills, and cybersecurity processes. So it just kind of highlights a lot of these. I'm just going to click through it really quick. You can look at these in more detail as you review it before you teach it to your students. Found a couple of videos here of this guy Kevin, who's a professional hacker, was really good hacker, and now he kind of is what's called an ethical hacker, where companies hire him to go and test their security systems, and he tells them what they need to do to improve them. So here are the different careers or jobs, and it kind of highlights different things that they work with in each of these next few slides. So you got the cybersecurity architect, the engineer, incident response, penetration testing, digital forensic investigator, and finally a malware analyst. Then you just ask the students, hey, what do you think? Which one kind of sounds really interesting to you? And then we get to what it is that they're going to be doing. So this is a simulation that they kind of go through. This is the introductory video that kind of introduces it to them. They're going to go through and they're going to learn about coding. They're going to learn about password protection. They're going to learn about social engineering or phishing and do different activities. There's 3 different levels. Um, I would require them to just do the first level, and then if they have additional time, then they can go through and do the second and third level. It could take them 2 to 3 days if you make them do everything, so it all depends on how much time you have to be able to spend working on this particular unit. So the assignment and what they're going to be doing is learning about these security concepts through that game and completing one full level challenges. And then, as a class, you're going to brainstorm some topics about cybersecurity that kind of interest the students. And then they're going to develop a presentation that they then are going to give to elementary age students to help them be safe on the internet and have good cybersecurity kind of skills. So that kind of, in a nutshell, is what the students are going to be doing as part of this unit. So probably the hardest obstacle you're going to run into is the students being able to get an in-depth enough research to come up with a really good kind of presentation. I've given you several websites that are available through Mike Wood's lesson plan, where you can go to get the students can go to get some research to develop their presentation. I recommend, and I'm going to be posting some videos on how to use a presentation tool called Adobe Spark. And then students can develop either a web page, or they can develop a brochure or a flyer, or even a game if they want through Adobe Spark for the cybersecurity fair that they're kind of preparing for. This gives them a lot of choice. Adobe Spark has lots of tools and really makes it look sharp. Canva is another good one if you prefer to use that one. There's even a teacher in my district who had the students present their findings for the fair in Minecraft. So whatever medium you would like the students to use, you can definitely tailor this particular activity to what it is that you would like to have them do. The students are going to be hopefully engaged and excited about this because it's something that they have to deal with every day, something they really need to be prepared for. If you're using the internet, if you have email, if you have a phone, you need to be able to do some of these things, or you're going to be losing information to people who can take advantage of you and cause you to do things that you wouldn't really want to do. So I'm really excited about this unit. I think you guys are going to have an amazing time. You're going to be able to see some great presentations. My strongest kind of suggestion to you is to really encourage you to get an audience outside of your classroom. If they're making the presentation just for you, they're going to breeze through it. They're going to slop something together. It's not going to be that great. But if you're able to connect with an elementary school and either have that elementary school come and visit your classroom, or do a virtual meet with them through Zoom or through Teams or something, and have your students be able to present to those elementary school kids, it's going to be a much more authentic, real life experience, and you're going to see the quality of your projects are just going to skyrocket. So throughout the project, the students, first of all, build their presentation. There's a peer presenter day where they present it to their fellow classmates. The classmates fill out a feedback form and give it to the groups. Then they're able to take that feedback and make their projects better and show the final presentation to the audience that you've arranged to come in. If you want, and if it's hard to get elementary school kids to come in, you could try to talk to families and see about younger siblings coming in who aren't necessarily in school to be able to have the experience. But below 5, it's going to be hard to be able to help them understand why it's important to be safe online. because many of them haven't really been doing anything online yet. But that's the Outhack the Hackers project. I really hope you have fun with this. I'm excited for this unit. I think it's going to be great. And if you have any questions or additions to the resources I've given you, feel free to contact me. Always open to suggestions and into hearing what it is that you think of my resources. So thanks for tuning in. And definitely, I hope you guys do a great job with your CCA New Teacher Training.